I'm home. I'm home where nobody's going to ask me to audition. Nobody's going to ask me to prove myself. You just love me because I am. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Brenda Perry. I want to thank the board of the Louisiana History Hall of Fame. I want to thank all the people who've loved me for so very long. I really appreciate this. It's been a very full and exciting 48 hours, and as I said, it's really interesting because, you know, when you come home to get an honor, they work you like you're a farm horse. So I have been up and down the road, and I got off of the red eye. I'll get to my formal speech soon, I'm sorry. I got off of the red eye, and I was like, well, what do I have to go where at 10:30? It's 7:30 now. I was just beside myself. But what did I do? I went to a radio station and had the most wonderful interviews with people who made me feel so good, and everybody who worked in the station just made me feel so good. And then they said, well, you have another stop, baby. Oh, no, baby. I know you need to rest. I know you're tired. And so we made another stop, I don't even remember. And then they said that I was going to McKinley Middle School. I said, well, the middle school, those children are too young. They're not going to remember Josephine Baker. They're too old to remember Cheetah Girls. Are you sure? And I walked into this structure, this institution, which is magnificent. It's the kind of institution that I wanted to be taught in when I lived in this town. When I walked through and I saw paintings on the walls and photography from photography classes and the dance studio where they were dancing, and I walked all the way down and they said, well, you have to take a little turn down here, and we went into the performance wing and it said, Performance Wing, Dr. V.E. Smith, or Valerian E. Smith. I had no idea that my father's name was on that. And then we went into the auditorium, and I want you to know they gave me the performance of royalty. They acted Shakespeare for me, and they danced me gospel, and it was a magnificent, magnificent day. And it continued today at the African American Museum, where I met so many people from the community, and on to tonight, where I see so many faces of people who've known me for so long. And who, if I started trying to name you all, it would be really bad, and if I missed somebody, but I love you so much. And now for my more formal remarks. Thank you. As an inductee into the Louisiana Black History Hall of Fame, I stand proudly on the shoulders of so many whose contributions this community contributed to this community and the state have been honored over the past decade. Among them, my late father, Dr. Valerian E. Smith, who was a dentist and a composer, who was a trailblazer in this community. And I want to recognize his sister, who is here, my aunt, Thelma Williams, and yes, ma'am, and my cousins, Allison and Alicia. From Grambling, Louisiana. I want to also, my grandfather, my pawpaw, Dr. Leo S. Butler, was inducted into this Hall of Fame, who was not only a family doctor and a community leader, but he was a healer. People knew when they went to Dr. Butler, they were going to get healed. If there was any possibility of being better, he would do whatever he could. He was inducted into this. I thank you for that as well. And on to Oh my goodness. Joe Delpit, who is also a member of my family, has been inducted. I'm standing on the shoulders of so many people. And I have so much family here. I have my mother, Valerian, V. Jean Butler Smith, my brother, Pepper, Valerian, my sister, Sean Langston, you saw on, my friends. I have Karen here, who is representing the wife of Dr. Diorce Bryant, and her sons, the son of my Aunt Elaine Butler Bryant. If she isn't in the History Hall of Fame yet, she needs to be. Representing Aunt Lane. So many friends and so much family. It is unbelievable that you all have paid so much tribute to my family. Now, it's so meaningful to me that this is the 20th anniversary, an important anniversary, and I'm the only one being inducted this evening. Oh, that's fabulous. I love being solo. It's fabulous. I always have to share the stage with so many actors. Okay, and now I want to tell you why. Because this year, it is not just a traveling show. This year, we are moving past it being a movable gallery of history. And we are celebrating the fact that the Lincoln Theater will be the home, the repository of all this important information, all of this important memorabilia. That is so very important to our community, because I went to Seventh-day Adventist school right around the corner from the Lincoln Theater. And Lord, they were so good with security there. I never got to cut and go to the movies. But anyway, the Lincoln Theater was very important. My father's Baton Rouge Community Chorus performed there. I saw all kinds of R&B singers there. I would go to the movies on Saturday along with everybody. Maybe you know, we all went, all of us, Karen, we all went there. And I don't know about you all, but I think I might have had my first kiss up there in the balcony. Mommy, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I know you're just so shamed. You know my mother, keep it straight and keep it elegant, and I do most of the time. So this place is now going to come to life again for the community and enrich the community. So important. And I am pushing for, not that I have to because they want to, but that they have a laboratory there for the arts, so that children can learn photography and learn visual arts and dance and acting, because I didn't have that to do on the weekend. And you know, as wonderful as our state is and our city is, there's too much shooting going on. There's too much free time. We have to nurture our children so that they can leave and know what arts and culture is, and that it takes the place and expresses so much pain and so much hurt and so much perhaps disappointment or betrayal they may feel. There's another way to express yourself beside anger. That's why this new Mecca in our community, this is going to be the gestation place for greatness and for positive thinking and for positive action. I am very, very excited that I am the inductee for the 20th year, that we are celebrating this being actualized. So I'm really happy about that. May I have some water, please? So I couldn't leave here and feel like I deserve this. I have to thank another person, and that is my aunt, who is not here. And two people very important to me are not here. My sister, Kimberly Butler Smith, she's not here. She's not feeling well. I love her so much. And my aunt, Hetty Butler, who she really worked so closely to make this happen and to make sure I got here. She was calling me, saying, okay, are you walking onto the plane now? Yes, Hetty, I'm walking onto the plane now. So thank you for that. Now, I couldn't leave here. I couldn't leave here if I didn't feel like I earned my keep, because, you know, I'm always having to act and, you know, you got to get paid for it and all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, Lord. So I just wanted to, yeah, but a little bit more like bottom Mississippi. Dun, 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 So I just had to say something to you tonight because I feel like that myself. I feel like I am rising every day. It's not always easy. I know I look glamorous tonight, but this is a very, very difficult profession. This community has been through so many changes, and it's not easy. But we rise up and we make it happen all the time. The state has been through so much, but it continues to rise and be one of the most wonderful and specific states in this union. The Lincoln Theater is going to rise. So I thought it was really kind of appropriate that I do a poem by one of our great American poets, and I don't say great African American poets, I say great poets, Dr. Maya Angelou, to celebrate resurrection power. And the poem is called Still I Rise. Let me just see if I get into it. All right. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I got gold mines pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like stars with the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise. Does my sickness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain I rise. I am the ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, and here with the tide, leaving behind the nights of terror and fear I rise. Into the daytime and wondrously clear I rise, bringing the gifts that the ancestors gave. I am the dreams and the hopes of the slaves. I rise, we